everybody. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be doing this interview. We have our panel of experts and their pups. Oh my gosh, who wants to go first? Introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
I can go first.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm Melissa. I am, I don't know if you want me to say something about me being a dog.
Yes.
So I became a pet mom about 4 years ago around this time, actually the beginning of the month.
Perfect.
Adopted them as 6-week-old pups. Where's my sweet puppy? Where are you?
So who are they?
Carla.
My name. Carla and Wyatt. You have it in your name. That's right. Yep. Thank you.
Carla and Wyatt.
So they're almost 5.
Yeah, they just turned 4 in October. They were born October 14th.
Yeah.
Can
you get a hold of them? Can we see them? No.
Yes. Come here, Carla. They're being camera shy all of a sudden. Come here.
I know.
Come on, come say hi.
I mean, we had all of them up on the camera. I should have started recording earlier. Oh Carla. My gosh! Look at this.
And, here's Carla. Here he is. And they are Boston Terrier Chihuahua mixes.
Oh, Boston Terrier Chihuahua mix. Okay.
They're full Boston, they're full hybrid. Like
okay.
Their parents were each purebred. Right. Their dad was a Chihuahua and their mom was a Boston.
Okay.
So here's why.
Excellent. Thank you, Melissa. So, is this the first time you being a pup mom?
Yeah, this is. Okay. I had a dog as a child, but this was the first time
you're the parent.
That I'm fully responsible for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Thank you. Let's move down to
Wilma. Should I grab her? I'll grab her back.
Will she come?
Yep. She'll come over. Hi, this is Wilma.
Hi, Wilma.
Hi, Wilma.
Oh, she's
kisses for mommy. She's like, I'm on Zoom.
There's your Jaja.
Okay, please, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You go do the talking. I'm sorry. I'm going to be quiet.
I'm Lindsay, and this is my baby Wilma.
Hi, Lindsay.
Oh, say hi to Jaja. Wilma is a full boxer, and she's about 1.5 years old.
Year and a half. So just a pup still, considering things.
She's about 55, 60 pounds. Yeah. She's a big girl, but never too big to sit on mom's lap. So
that's okay though. I think that's a good weight for a female boxer.
Yeah, she's perfect size.
She's mainly muscle, really. There's no flab.
No, not at all. No,
she's very Aww. Someone loves her mom. So is this the first time that you're a pet mom?
Yes.
Like really being responsible. Not like when we were all kids and we had the family dog and stuff like that. This is you being 100% responsible.
Yeah, exactly. Before it was more Paul's dog, but I would help out. But I realized I don't think I ever did anything with the dog before, because now doing as much as we do.
Right.
It's like having a baby.
Yeah, you're telling me. We're gonna get into it. No, thank you. Okay, so welcome, guys, and thank you so much. I know that. I'll tell who I am.
Yes,
I am Coco and Mashi's mom, and they are 2 cats, and they will not come to the. Absolutely not. But they are wonderful cats. They're older. They're between 10 and 12, I'm told. We adopted them.
Okay.
And they're just wonderful. Look at the cuteness of these dogs. I can't stand it. I'm actually surprised that I'm a cat mom right now, because I've always been a dog mom. But I invited both of you to this panel because the both of you have so much knowledge. And Christmas is, December, I think in general, is just a big month for sometimes people adopting pets, getting puppies for some reason. It's not like they're a gift, but it just so happens, like my first dog arrived because it was 8 weeks after they were born and it was in early December. So it wasn't intentional, but there's lots of people who are getting dogs maybe for the first time and going, oh my gosh, what am I, what am I gonna do? Where do I go? What do I buy? So I thought that you guys would be just such good people to ask these questions. So thank you for agreeing to come onto the panel. And that leads me straight into the first question. It's a cutesy one. Where do they sleep? Do they sleep on the bed with you? Do they sleep under the covers with you? Do they sleep on the ground on a pillow? Do they sleep in a crate? And there's no right or wrong answer. It's just how your family works.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
You can go first, Melissa. I'll go
Okay.
second after. Yeah.
So when we first got them, we decided we definitely wanted to do crates so that they could have their own safe space. So they each have their own crates now. Once they were housebroken, we moved them to our bedroom.
Okay.
We also, I put sheets and blankets in there so that they're comfortable. So it is like a bed for them, but it's their own space.
Yeah.
And when it's time to go to bed, they know right where to go and they go right in.
Yeah.
And they're out for the night. And we cover it up with a nice little, it's called like a crate cover. And that just tells them it's nighttime and they can't, it's peaceful for them. And then we also play sounds for them at night too, to keep them calm. So we did the crate thing. It seems to help us and they're excellent with the crates. So
I'm so glad you're here on the panel because like I said, there's no right or wrong answer. And there's lots of people that are afraid or think that crating is like, punishment or something. And yet I don't think so. I think it just depends on your pet. Some pets really love crates. Most of them do. I think the non-crating is a parent thing, not so much the pet thing, but thank you very much. It sounds like you have a routine. You have like a nightly routine. They know when it's
my
time.
dogs are big into their routine. When I say the word BED, I better be careful. They know right where to go.
Yeah.
So.
That's so cute. That's awesome. All right. What about you, Wilma's mom?
So we started off and we don't do a crate, which I know it's sort of frowned upon when they're little, not to, just because it makes it easier for you. But we had a bed and we would train her to lay in the bed and before we would go. And that really worked for the first 5 months. She would stay in there basically until we got her up in the morning. That was just on the floor with pillows and blankets.
Right beside your bed.
Yeah, like pretty much right in the room. And, she would, once she was laying there, she wouldn't get up. But 5 months in,
good dog.
Yeah, she would just stay there and then we'd have to like drag her off the thing in the morning. But then 5 months in, we started letting her sleep in the bed.
Yeah.
So now
is she on top of the covers or is she under the covers?
She's on top of the cover. I'm too scared to let her go under just because I'm worried she won't be able to breathe. But I do know people that do that.
Me too.
Yeah. I don't, but because even when she's on top, I'm always like checking to make sure she's not.
She's not. Yeah,
so her nose isn't covered.
Right.
But but she sleeps on top. She sleeps pretty much. Takes up the entire bed. I probably have a back problem from her. Of
course.
I sleep like a question mark. But
is she laying lengthwise?
She starts off like we start off as sardines and then somehow she ends up we're like an H by the end. But it's I don't know, it was like I think it was like Labor Day of last year. We ended up just giving in and then it was like now you feel even more close to her because she sleeps she sleeps right against like my back, but now it's like when you do wake up with a sore back, it's like, oh, I wish we didn't do this, but I don't know. It is a pain, but I do like it.
Yeah. It's comforting. It's nice. It's what they do. They're social, so they all sleep. Everybody sleeps together, so that's great. I'm so glad that we have this variety.
Yes.
And so when let's see. So the cats sleep with my daughter. They sleep on top of her bed, like alongside. I know it's very cute. Alongside her.
Cute.
when we had a dog, or when we had dogs, they slept on top of the bed, not under the bed.
Yeah.
And it just seemed to work. So, but we had little dogs.
Yeah.
Lindsay has a big dog.
Yeah. No, sometimes I regret not doing the crate just because it would make it easier to be able to run and do errands at the time. But because it was COVID, we weren't going anywhere. So we would just gate off sections of the house.
She's a COVID puppy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the whole house was kind of like a crate. We had rooms she wouldn't go in. But sometimes I wish we did do it because it would have made some things easier.
Yeah.
But now at this
point,
point,
you made
trained,
it through.
so
You made
it through the rough part. Yep.
Yeah, you did. And there are some rough parts.
Yes, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa, what would you say the roughest part of the puppy stage was for you folks?
For us, it was the housebreaking and the chewing. Now, what I did for the chewing.
Yes, please. And talk slowly. Please, you're going to help a lot of people here.
Chewing, what I did is, yes, my dogs would, we would notice them. Now, I was able to be home with them when they were small.
Little,
Not everybody has that.
Yeah.
I was able to do that. So I was really literally watching them all the time. And so when I would see them go for something that I was like, no, I would correct. And then I would give them a toy that
diversion.
Yeah. And it was like a bone to chew on, or a ball to squeak, or something that was for them, that I was telling them, this is okay to chew on this, but that is not okay. And I feel like they really picked up on that.
Yeah.
And we got through the teething stage. We got through it. Constant correcting it's a lot of work. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's really not easy. It's like having a baby, like Lindsay said.
Yes. Yes.
So
I keep on trying to remind people who say, "Oh, I want a puppy." It's like they're great, but you realize that this is like,
and I had
it's a lot of work, and it's a commitment. It's a lifetime commitment. You know,
and I had two. They were litter mates.
Yeah.
So when I forgot to mention that they are litter mates.
Yeah.
So they grew up at the same time. So I'm trying to train two puppies. Right. And this was my first time actually raising a puppy. I've never ever
from
raised
8 weeks.
From 8 weeks old on. So this was very new. Now with the potty training, because I got them in December and they're so little. I mean, I got them, they were like 3 pounds. They were so little. We did, when they came to us, they were already trained on puppy pads. So we set that up in the house from December until March. When the weather started getting better.
That's smart, actually.
Yeah, we bought a kennel, a small little kennel to put outside, and that is their area that they go out and poop and pee in. And I had to train them to do that. I was able to train Wyatt to ding on my potty bells. I have potty bells hanging on the door over there.
Wow.
Carla will just sit and stare at the door. She doesn't like the sound of the bells. She doesn't like noise.
It's jarring. Yeah, it's jarring.
Yeah, it's jarring her. She doesn't like it, but she'll sit and stare at the door. Wyatt will go over and nudge the bells to go outside now. But this took about 6 months to fully housebreak them.
Yeah.
Small dogs,
I believe it is time. You have to put the time in to
consistency.
Really train them.
Definitely be consistent. And if they do have an accident in the house, which they did, you just say what I did. And I mean, I don't ever scold them. What I do is I take the poop or whatever and I put it outside, and I bring the dog outside and say, this is where we poop.
Yeah.
This has to be a consistent thing all the time.
Right.
And then I would leave it out there so they would smell it. And they eventually got it. It took time. It just
6 months, you said?
About 6 months.
About 6 months.
Fully.
So both parents, because you're a 2-parent home, both parents are doing this, or was it mainly you?
In the beginning, it was mainly me. But my husband does participate in, he will tell you that I mainly did the housebreaking, but he did help with that.
He stayed on.
He stayed on. I told him
what
I was doing, and he would be consistent with it as well. I mean, he's excellent. He knows what to do, and he jumps in there, and I mean, I kind of got it going, but he did help out.
That's
with,
great.
with the consistency on that, which is good.
Yeah, no, it's excellent because sometimes, just with the four-legged or the two-legged, sometimes one parent is consistent and the other parent's like, no.
And they know.
Yeah.
They know.
So you lose your traction. Thank you, Melissa. What about you, Lindsay? What was the toughest part for you?
I think the potty training at the beginning, like she said, very same thing because their bladders are so little.
Yeah.
And like in the beginning, they can't hold it. So it's like, it's just consistency. So like the first month that we got her, we were going outside, at least when we were in the normal hours, we would go out every half hour to hour, just going out, whether you have to go or not. Like, this is what we do.
Right.
And then eventually it was not that often, but even during the middle of the night for like the first 3 weeks.
You still went.
We went out like, we would go out like at 9 when I go to bed, and then I would try to get up at like midnight, go out again, and then early in the morning at 3. So it sounds ridiculous because it's nothing like a baby, but it felt like sleep deprived and like working from home. Like those days just blurred together. But
exhaustion.
Exactly. So it was.
How did she pick up?
She she really did catch on pretty quick, where it was like, this is what we do. We're going out. We just on with the collar, on with the leash. And at that time we didn't have the fenced in yard. So it was all leash work. And she really did pick it up quick. Like you said, it just took time to get her to like get used to the collar. And I don't know, just eventually, like one day, like Paul would tell me, like, this is going to take like, he's like, in a month, it's going to be better. And then in 2 months, it's going to be even better. And it's just, but those times, like, they went by so fast, but it's like, they were sweet too. It's just, they were a lot of work. But if you weren't consistent, it just causes problems later on in life.
Right.
So
why not get it right away?
Exactly. Yeah. I can only count on like even maybe one hand the amount of times that she went in the house, because it was like, we were outside so much. But that's the benefit of getting in the spring, like versus what you said, Melissa.
Winter
is hard.
I highly recommend spring, but sometimes things happen.
Yeah, like in my case, they were ready in the first week of December. I had to pick them up, and we had snowstorm after snowstorm.
Yeah,
and I just didn't think about puppy pads like Melissa did, because I think I probably should have done that instead of trying to take this little puppy out in all kinds of weather. But I thought, you're going to be a New Englander now, because but we flew her up from Texas. So I thought, hey, you might as well get used to this life. Let's shovel a little.
Shoveling out a path. We do that too. Yeah, we do that.
So potty training was house. I don't like house breaking, because I just don't like the term, breaking, but you know what I mean? Don't break something.
Yeah. I never knew why it was called that. That makes,
I think what they mean, and I have the same question, breaking them from going in the house.
Breaking the habit of going in the house.
I think that's what it means. It sounds weird.
I don't like it. But anyhow, that was the toughest for me. Although, and I haven't heard either of you mention this with the dog, I was told she was 8 weeks old, but she cried mercilessly the first couple of nights she came home. So I'm not sure whether she was just a little bit too young to leave her mom. But that was terrible for me. You guys didn't have that.
My two, the first night, they did get up at 2:30 in the morning, maybe the first 2 nights, but that we broke that.
That was probably to feed or to eat or something, or
I think it was the bathroom, and that's why we set up the puppy pet. What we did is, I used to have a big wire crate. I now have 2 smaller crates for them, and they're in their own. But the big one, we set up like a huge pen area with a gate around it, and we put puppy pads in the middle so they could get up at night and go on those. And that worked until they were ready to transition to go outside. Okay. So
lots of options, people. You can do the midnight and 3 a.m. thing.
You do a You do what works for your family.
Whatever works for your family.
Yeah.
But we have lots of options here. So thank you guys so much. All right. So we are moving along. The next one is about food, which is a big topic and really important. What do you feed them? Where do you get this? Where do you go shopping for it? How much you feed? Can you tell us? And who wants to start off?
I can start off. So we've been feeding them recommended by our vet, Hill's Science Diet. We do the small paws, chicken and rice, dry food, and wet food. And it's the adult 1 to 6. Now, why I do that is that brand is tiered to the type of dogs that I have. They're small. They're adult 1 to 6. They also have a senior one. So when they hit senior age, which we're, not for a while, the food is made for their needs. So that's what I like about that brand. There's food for each type of dog, whether they've got to lose weight, whether they have dry skin, digestive issues. This food that I've had them on, and I like to combine the wet and the dry because when I was just doing dry food, Carla wouldn't eat it. I don't know what it was. She just wouldn't eat it by itself. So she does now, but when she was young, for some reason, I wanted to give her some variety. So I don't give them all wet food. It's mixed up together.
Right.
And they love it and they eat it. So I find they're getting a variety there. They're getting all the nutrients that's pertain to them because they're considered small dogs. They're 17 and 14 pounds, give or take a couple. So, and I'm a chewy.com member.
Yes.
So
we're going to get to that one, I'm sure, when it comes to the toys part of it.
Yeah, I'm a Chewy member and I get their food through them. They have everything. They even do medications and it comes right to the door, and you can have an automatic shipment. You could have it done for how often you want.
Right. Every month or every 2 months or whatever.
Every 2 months.
Bags. Chewy has food that's recommended by the vet.
Do I have?
No, Chewy carries the brand of food that your vet
that is
recommends.
recommended by the vet.
That's
I looked
Chewy.
that up.
Good on Chewy. I didn't know that. That's excellent.
They have it. We looked it up. I made sure that we could get it through them, and we can get it at the vet, but it is actually, I find it's cheaper to get like a bigger bag.
And I like the part that it's delivered right to the doorstep.
It's right to the door. I don't have to carry that bag anywhere. I just bring it in the house. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you. How about you, Lindsay?
We do Diamond Naturals. It's lamb and rice formula. That was what the feeding her when we got her, the puppy formula. And we just transitioned to that when we got her. Same thing that they were doing there. Kept her in the pattern of what she was eating because it was working. And eventually, I don't know, it might have been after she was spayed, we ended up switching to an adult formula and just slowly within a bag just transitioned her to a different the more adult type one, although I think she's still kind of a puppy, but it doesn't really
I think she's still considered a puppy.
I think so, but the vet was like it doesn't really, at this point it's fine to change her because of whatever. But so now we do lamb and rice Diamond Naturals, and it works. She probably does like 3.5 to 4 cups a day.
Okay. One time, morning or night, or do you do morning and night?
We don't do like a feeding time. We tried to do that at the beginning, like it's kind of hard. It's like that was what the vet was telling us to do, like morning and night, but we just kept the food out and let her eat.
It didn't work for you guys. You see why it's different for every family.
I don't know, like some people do the morning or the meal thing, but for us, we just keep, like, even with the last dog that Paul had, we just kept the food out all the time, and she ate when she was hungry. She didn't when she didn't. And like she's in shape. It's not like she overeats because it's always out or anything. Yeah, I mean, she just eats when she wants. Sometimes she doesn't eat till like 8 o'clock at night. I don't know why. Like she'll go all day, and then at 8 she'll clear out her bowl and then be good for the day. I don't know. It's weird, but we don't question it.
Where do you get your food from?
Chewy.
What do you buy? You go Chewy.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have
Chewy
everything.
for the win. Chewy.
It's so convenient, and they have everything. It's basically like a Petco, but more convenient because you don't have to leave. And they deliver, and it's like free delivery over a certain amount, and it's sometimes 1 to 3 days shipping. So for me,
No,
that's
this is
like
excellent. I go,
Yeah.
and I've neglected talking about the cats. The cats, I think, they're so much easier. Like the transition from kitty and the litter box, no problems, right? Did you have any problems, Lindsay, with litter boxing? No, they know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're so good. But for food, I go to like my local pet whatever and buy their food there. I never even considered going through Chewy, but I might change my mind now. I love the convenience of just coming to the door.
It does. And you could put the app on your phone too and go into the app and check your orders or change it or
see why I called you guys my panel of experts.
It's so much easier if you
It is.
I think it's I do some cat stuff on there too.
Changing information.
Yeah. And the prices do compare to like other places. I look around, like I get certain things there and I check like, well, what would it be on Amazon? And I do find if they're not the lowest, they're very close to each other. So I try to go the lowest, but sometimes it's like, well, just get it all in one place.
Yeah, no, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Chewy for the win.
I know. I'm surprised you haven't tried it. So it's so good. And they always have sales and stuff.
Yeah, they do. So you get discounts and stuff like that. Listen, I'm checking into Chewy.
You can also set up your pet profile on there too. Like I have and they'll send me like info on things that they might like.
Recommendations and stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
It's so great. They've got a customer from life out of us.
Chewy, if you'd like to sponsor any of our videos.
Right? We're advertising for you.
I have a feeling that the next question you guys get from Chewy too, but the next question is, what, if anything, do you do for tick and flea care, and why did you choose that option?
So I do, it's called, they just switched it. I used to do 2 separate ones, but now it's in one pill, the heartworm and the tick. It's called I think it's Simparica Trio. I might be saying that wrong.
But it's a pill form.
But it's in pill form, and it's designed now. I know that they have said there are some risks for that with neurological. So definitely, if your dog has, check with your vet. If your dog has epilepsy issues, I would be careful. My dogs do not, and they're fine. And it's designed for their weight. I give it to them once a month throughout the whole year, and it takes care of heartworms, fleas and ticks. And it keeps, I have found ticks on my dogs, but they die. Like they don't.
One-stop shopping. And where do you purchase your
So I get mine at the vet. I end up getting it through them. I could get it through Chewy. I've tried doing that, but for some reason my vet and Chewy did not coordinate. So I'm going to work on that and see if, because you need a
prescription.
Yeah, you need your vet's prescription. Okay. So I might work that out, but you can get it on Chewy if your vet works with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome.
Sorry, Paul's video.
Thank you. Lindsay, what do you do for?
I'm sorry, Paul's interrupting. Same answer as Melissa completely. Simparica Trio. And I get it at the vet as well.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys go that route? You know that there is topical stuff, there is tea tree oil. I'm just curious.
I did try like the spray when they were puppies, because I think they had to be, I don't remember, I think it said 12 weeks old. So, but the spray was okay, but I really wanted something that would work but wouldn't be unhealthy for them. And I know there are risks with any types of things, but I felt like that that works for my dogs, and they're okay. They don't seem to have any reaction,
Adverse reaction.
None of that. And they take it. They love it. Like they'll eat it.
It's like a treat.
Yeah.
Lindsay, what about you? Why did you go that route?
Yeah, I just went with what the vet recommended.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we used to do the
topical, like
the
frontline.
Seresto.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we would do the Seresto collar for ticks. I don't know. I don't think Paul really did the hard stuff with Bertha after I don't really remember, but I was more like hands off with her, so I don't really know what stuff she was on. But we did do the collar, and that seemed to work great for ticks at that time. And then now with Wilma, I just reverted to like whatever the vet thinks is best, and they're really great, and they're only like a mile away from us. So I just whatever they think is best, and they seem to do a good job. I just trust that they're not I trust that they're not recommending something that's bad or but yeah, same thing. I find ticks on her, but they may have bit her, but they're dead, or I don't really know. They're like dried up by the time you
I like the fact that it's working from the inside out.
Yeah.
Like it's something that is ingested. And so, like you said, a tick may jump on, but if they bite and they taste the blood or whatever, it knocks them out. So thank you for that. Because I know there's so many options out there for tick and flea, from, what you guys do to there's people who do nothing. So it's interesting to see that you guys both use the same thing.
Well, I was gonna say too, the front line always left like that goo on the back.
Yeah, the topical stuff.
I just never liked that because it would like rub off on like us, like our clothes or bed or so. I never loved that personally, but it worked. But
I don't know if you remember, there was a time that dogs were getting allergic reactions from the topical stuff, like getting really bad reactions, like maybe 10 years ago or so.
Yeah,
and then,
I did hear that.
Less popular. Yeah, it became less popular. The next two questions I'm going to kind of combine, and you guys can. I saw the mummy look come on her face, and I knew what was going to happen.
Okay, guys, Wyatt and Carla, stop. Sorry.
Oh, hi. Oh, look at Wilma. She's so cute. She's waiting.
Somebody shut a card. Oh, hi, Wilma. She's adorable.
She's being such a good girl.
I gotta tell you, boxes that come into the shop, I love grooming them. They're
cute,
so
right?
sweet.
Super chill.
Yeah,
super chill. No, they like you. They'll let you do whatever.
No problems.
No problem.
Really She'll be there Monday.
The next question I'm combining, right? I'm sorry, I missed that.
I said Wilma will be there Monday because I signed up for a half day.
Oh, you're
good. Oh, yeah, that'll be nice.
So they'll meet. Hopefully you guys get along.
Yeah. So
Wilma's really good.
I'm combining the next two questions. It's what's your pet's favorite treat, and what's your pet's favorite toy? So here we're looking for, some of us are looking for recommendations. what not to buy, what to buy. Oh, hi, sweetie. All right, who's going first?
I can answer. So as far as toys, I typically like to get them something that's what they call power chewers. My dogs, but they are power chewers and they rip apart everything. So
they have very strong jaws, right?
They do.
They're very strong, yeah.
So I usually get them like, I just had a toy right here. Where did it go? Like this ball right here. These are Kong. Or no,
a little bit. Put it back in the screen.
There we go.
There you go.
Like, where's the camera? So you could put treats in it as well in here. Yeah. And it's like if they chew on it, they can't rip it.
Right.
And they love to play fetch with this. Yeah, I have.
How long have you had that?
Oh, this is like, I got this for them for their birthday, so this is a couple months. But I've had ones over there that are like 2 years old.
No rips, no tears, no destroy. Good. Okay.
And they chew this. They literally will chew on this.
Right.
I also get what was it? Hey, where's your pretzel, guys? Where is it? My husband got these not that long ago. These are cow bones. They're like a femur,
Yes.
and they're filled
Yes.
with there was peanut butter in there.
Right.
They got all the peanut butter out.
Yeah.
And it's very hard and durable. It doesn't
Right.
break off.
Right. Doesn't
And
crack or anything.
nope, it doesn't break. And they're able to, it satisfies their chew need. I mean,
Right.
they really do like these.
Yeah.
I also do, I like the Nylabone brand. Now, some people don't. Typically what I found with the Nylabone is it breaks off in small chunks, and I've trained them to not eat it.
Good.
Like I tell them, let mama see it.
Good.
And they don't swallow it. Yeah. And even if they did, it comes off in tiny pieces.
Digestible.
So it doesn't seem to affect them at all. And their Nylabones last forever. Mm-hmm. I can get them actually. Now they're small dogs. They recommend, smaller bones. They can actually have bones that long and they can handle it. Yeah. They are just such power chewers.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. It keeps them busy. It prevents boredom. And then it also helps with the teeth, like cleaning their teeth and just making stronger teeth. So that's awesome. Now, what about treats? And I'm suspecting this is all from good old Chewy.
Oh, we get everything from Chewy. Now, I have a few things, but their absolute favorite, actually Genesis got them those cookies and they like those now. I think those are the new favorite. But I typically
tell us what that is for people that didn't watch.
They're called Whammy. Oh my goodness, I might have to go read the thing. I think it's called Whammy Sammys or something.
Yeah, they look like
cook.
Yes.
And they're made with, and now the ones that I have carob, and I guess that's some type. It's not chocolate because dogs can't have chocolate, but it tastes like it and it's safe for them. They can have it. And I usually give them one after dinner. That is like their new favorite. They just got that the other day and they absolutely love it. Milk bones. I do the milk bones. I've always done that since they were puppies. They don't seem to they didn't have any digestive issues with it.
No, they're safe. They're safe. They're just simple. Like there's simple ingredients in those.
So I do two sizes. I'll do the small and I'll do the miniature ones in the jar. Right. And they know that it's their favorite. I'll say cookie, and she's looking at me right now. As I say,
she's ready.
And they know exactly what I'm saying. So, I think treating is important. It's what I use that as part of the potty training as well.
Reward system.
And they still
absolutely and they're food motivated. So why not?
Capitalize on that. Very much so.
Wilma's mom, what do you use like for again, what's the favorite treat and toy? And I'm suspecting Chewy too.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff at Chewy. I really buy her things everywhere though. It doesn't if there's something to buy, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't like the toys. I see stuff at a supermarket, I'll buy it there. I do get a lot from Chewy. Her favorite toy is Frisbee.
Frisbee.
Yep. So we play Frisbee a lot, and then other than that, I'm trying to think. We have like these pea pods that she loves, which is like, I wish I had an example here with me. It has like three little balls that pop out. She loves those.
Oh,
I'm looking around. I have all of her toys upstairs for Christmas. Really anything. I try to get stuff that she won't tear apart right away. We were doing the bark box for a while. Right. And then that gave us
that.
It was great. Okay. It just gave us so many toys.
Too many options.
Yeah, it was just there was like a lot in a 6-month period, but it was fun and she would get excited. Yeah. What else? I'm trying to think. So toys, definitely Frisbee. So we've played a ton of Frisbee with her. And then for treats, we do milk bones as well.
Milk bones great. I got no argument with milk bone.
No, we do the bones like Melissa showed, like with they're filled.
The marrow,
but the biggest lifesaver for us when she was little was I think they're the marrow bones for chewing. We did stuff like that, like gave her something to like gnaw on, but not. So it's like whenever she'd be bitey, we just like give her one of those bones.
Yeah. Eating stage, I'm telling you, is crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. But busy bones were the biggest lifesaver, I think.
Okay.
So whenever she was in a chewing mood, just like, here, instead of my arm, chew on this. And they worked good. They definitely, like, it was a way to be like, all right, chew this, and like, we're gonna go make dinner, give her something to do. So I really liked those, and I still get them from time to time. She obviously doesn't like need them, but at that time it was like we would buy, if we could buy 15 minutes.
By the ton.
Yeah, buy 15 minutes to make dinner or whatever. So yeah, she's really not picky when it comes to treats. She loves pepperoni, bacon strips, the little marrow treats. Yeah. We also, I don't know what they're called, but I call them like shish kebabs. They're like rawhide chews. They kind of look like straws. Okay. Some of them have like meat chunks on them. We do those on occasion. And then we do the greenies for her, which I get from Chewy. Right. But she's really not picky. She likes everything. So
no, that's great. You mentioned, thank you, Lindsay. You mentioned the puppy stage again and the chewing, and Melissa also mentioned chewing. Did you guys find little teeth around the house?
Yes, I still have them. Actually, I did save them. They're somewhere. Like we did. For a while, Wyatt, one of his baby canines would not fall out. It finally did, but we were worried we were going to have it pulled. Yeah. But he ended up having like 2 canines there. The baby one would not move, but it did fall out.
Did you know what it was when you found it?
I think my husband, he's like, I think one of their teeth fell out. A lot of times they swallow them.
Yeah. So most times you don't find them.
Yeah, a lot of times they swallow them. So we were lucky that we were able to find them.
Absolutely. You found more than one?
Yeah, I have a bag of a few. I think not all of them. I think they did swallow some, but I have a bag, and I put Wyatt and Carlos. I should bring them in and show them to you at some point. Which I think it would be cool to hang on to.
Absolutely.
But hi, sweetie.
Speaking of how about you, Lindsay? Did you find little teeth hanging around?
I only found one, sadly, but I do have it upstairs
in
a bowl.
You saved it too. Where is it? In a bowl, you said?
It's like I have it in like a bowl with like jewelry. I'm trying to figure out what I'll do with it eventually. Originally, I was like, I could turn this into a necklace, but then I'm like,
I think it's super cute. I don't know if it would take drilling a hole through.
No, I don't think so. It was so little.
Yeah,
they're very fine and like thin. It's puppy teeth were very, very sharp too.
Oh yes. Yes, I think we all remember puppy teeth. They're razor sharp.
They're razors, and when they're trying to chew on you, because everything is a chew toy, it's like
it definitely hurts. Well, that concludes all the questions that I had for you panelists. But do you guys have anything that you'd like to let a new potential parent know, or somebody who's just looking for advice, already has pets and just wants to elevate, glow up their pet life?
Lindsay had mentioned, which was awesome, the greenies. Now I do that as well. I think it's important for people to know that dental health on a dog is so, so important. When we brought them, I think it was either their first or second year, the vet noticed plaque, but they said it was still, the teeth are still in good shape, but they're starting to notice buildup. My husband went to that appointment. Actually, I wasn't able to go. And he asked them, all right, what do I need to do to help that? And the vet told me, I actually buy these finger brushes. They are a toothbrush, but they go on my finger. And I also get the toothpaste that goes on it, the poultry flavor. They love it. And I've trained my dogs to let me run it along their gums. It's just so important to really keep their teeth, because what ends up happening is it causes other health problems. Oh, my husband is helping me here. He's bringing me stuff.
Oh, she's
ready. And Wyatt is excited. He thinks he's getting his teeth brushed. I've trained them to like it.
That you could, if you can train them to have you do that, I think that's so important. Like you said, dental health. We have dogs at Pausaz that have to have teeth removed, and it's surgery, major surgery, and it
So
costs
sad.
a lot of money.
Expensive. I just
It's
feel
expensive.
It is. This will avoid that later. And I think it'll help their overall health as they get older too.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think dogs have a lot of issues because of the gum disease and teeth. And knocking them out to do the cleanings is a risk because you know, when that plaque hardens, you can't remove it. They have to have that removed by a dentist.
Scaling. I think it's called scaling. It's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. So yeah, preventative, definitely. Thank you, Melissa.
Yep.
Great. Good advice there. And Lindsay?
I was trying to think of something. Yeah, I think maybe like it's definitely important to socialize as soon as possible within reason. Like I know during COVID it was hard. We were lucky that we had a dog 15 minutes away in the family. But I think it's important, like as soon as possible, get them playing with friends or exposed to as many dogs and people, kids, elderly, all ages,
noises.
Yeah. And like, I only recently started doing it, like, but I went to a dog park with Justin and in the city, and I didn't do that when she was younger because it was like the height of COVID, but now I'm trying to get out there and do it now that whatever, it's easier. But yeah, I think socialization, because then that can lead to problems too down the line.
Right.
Like
No, you're
just
absolutely
being
right.
timid around people.
Anxiety.
Anxiety,
yeah.
Yeah, so socialization and just exposure to as many things as possible, probably similar to kids, but like running the hair dryer, running the vacuum, like don't stop your routine. Just like we tried to do everything like we normally would. That way we vacuum all the time, so get her used to that, and she's kind of a pain sometimes, but at least she's not afraid of it, and we can
at least she's not afraid of it or trying to bite it, you know, attack it. So I mean, you guys are just the bomb. I'm so glad that you guys came tonight to talk about this. My advice for a potentially new pup owner, and I mentioned this in one of my videos about what to do when you're getting a new pup. Touch their feet, touch their toes. We very rarely do that. We're constantly petting their heads and, you know, touching their ears, even playing with their tail sometimes, but we rarely touch their feet. And then they get to the groomers and we're trying to trim their nails and they're like, she's trying to
take they're like,
get away from me. Get away. Taking my whole foot off. Nobody touches my feet. So if you do, please play around with their feet. It's it just conditions them to know that it's okay, you know, it's not the end of the world. And so it makes life a whole lot easier, because nail trimming is the life, you know.
Life of grooming.
Unless you're gonna be walking, you know, 20 miles a day. I'm exaggerating, obviously.
On the pavement.
Yeah. And having them grind it down.
I was gonna say, Wilma just had her first professional bath with Pazaz like a month ago.
I missed that.
Brushed her teeth for the first time, and she didn't love the dryer, but she didn't like fight him too hard either.
No, because she was familiar with the sound.
She was familiar with the sound. She likes to hang out with me when I blow dry my hair, but and I do like try to like keep it like 16 inches away from her and like put it near her that like she's exposed to like warmth, like that type of warmth. But that's my regret too, is like we didn't do the nail trim that when she was young, so now we just let her scuff them up on the pavement. But
you're not the only ones. I mean, it's the last thing we're thinking about, you know, but it does help, and it just conditions them. It's just a conditioning. But thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
I can't believe it. Thank you. This has been so, I know it's helping. It's going to help some people out there.
I wish I just kind of winged it when I got my puppies. I'm happy to help other pet parents that have questions.
Wouldn't you wish that you knew, like you had this information as a
I wish I knew then what I knew now, what I know now. It's a learning process. Just like when you're a parent of humans, a parent of dogs, it's the same thing.
It's
and everyone's different.
It's the same sleeplessness.
Yeah. In the beginning, we had that, definitely. In the beginning.
Yeah. Well, thank you folks so much. I
You're
can't tell
welcome.
you how much I appreciate it. And have a good
Aw.
night.
You
We'll see
too.
you at Pausaz.
See you at
Right?
All right, Wilma,
All
I can't wait to meet you.
Bye.
Yes, we'll be there Monday. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.